What's going on, guys? Tackle Direct Pro Staff for Adrian, Avena, also captain of Jersey Boy Charters, and I'm here to go over one of my favorite things to do, and that's sea bass fishing. We're just wrapping up really an awesome springtime season. Actually got a couple trips left. It closes here in a few days, but I want to get in. I want to go over, a couple setups, a couple techniques that I like doing. Now, granted, keep in mind we're doing a lot of charter fishing, but the first thing, if you guys haven't tried slow pitch rods, it's an absolute must. I mean, I just really got transferred over to these this season, and it just makes this fishing just so much more fun. It's real lightweight stuff. It's finesse fishing, and honestly, man, you can fish with these rods all day long. And this here is actually a Penn Carnage. This is the 250 gram, and I have a Fathom on here, low profile reel, but I mean, it's just a sick setup. You can fish with it all day long. And I mean, it's super lightweight. It feels like I'm bass fishing. But I'm gonna go over the setup. We talked about it a little bit before in a different video. But I have 15-pound Berkley X5 braid. I like the lighter line because it allows you to be able to get that bait down faster. You can hold it lighter weight because it cuts that water a lot better. So for me, 15-pound braid, I do use 20 sometimes, but that's definitely a big thing on this particular technique. And I'm gonna go over two different rig setups. That's really what I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Slow pitch jigging for sea bass has really become a huge thing here in the Northeast, and I use all OTI jigs. These are 100 gram, and I use 80 gram jigs. It's a great way to catch them. You're not using a lot of bait, which is cool. But what I do is I have 15 or 20 pound braid. I tie on an FG knot with a 40-pound fluorocarbon leader. And I personally, now granted, I'm a charter fisherman, I like to have meat. Whenever I'm sending this jig down, I like to have some type of meat on there or gulp. So I'll always tie a little dropper loop about 2.5 feet above it, and then I'll send that down to the bottom. But the cool thing about this is it tends to catch the bigger ones in the school. So if you get out there and you're catching a lot of small ones, drop a slow pitch jig, preferably an OTI, drop it to the bottom, and you're gonna catch some of them bigger fish. And then the other standard is same setup, same rod, same line, same everything, is just a double drop. And this here, I'm going to put on a 6 or 8 ounce sinker, depending on how deep I'm fishing. Sometimes if the drift is really slow, I'll drop down to a 4. But you can see it's just a double drop. Guys call it top and bottom rigs. There's a bunch of different rigs for it, or names for it. But I just have it standard, just a 3/0 octopus hook on there, top and bottom. And that's another great way to catch sea bass. The last thing you want to do is send a single hook down to the bottom in 120 feet of water, get robbed, and literally be fishing a whole drift without any bait on. So make sure you send 2 hooks down. Me personally, if I'm sending a slow pitch jig down, I'm sending it down with some meat. But try this fall. Sea bass is going to open back up. Try it this fall, and I really feel like you're going to have a lot of success out there.